Good morning, and thank you, Professor Malhotra, for the introduction. It's indeed a privilege to be speaking to you all. I'm going to spend not more than 5 to 8 minutes focused on a few critical issues. As Professor Malhotra said, and this is a vast area, and it is becoming increasingly complex. Because our environment is getting complex. There are many more stakeholders who have the right to their voice, including media, as well as many, let's say, vested groups in shaping public policies. And in so doing, the voice of the consumer becomes that much more faint or more difficult to be articulated more accurately. As we welcome this, what we now define as the post-truth world, it is increasingly important that we begin to define frameworks that will enable clearer public policy decisions that are vested in citizen and consumer understanding, as well as, of course, the way societies are structured around legislative effort and judicial, oversights. Now, what I'm going to take in the first part of my talk, I'll take an example of environmental issue. And specifically urban environmental issue, in this case urban pollution. And this is an area, all of you, if you're based in Delhi or any of the bigger cities, you are more or less faced with every day. And I'm not sure how many of you have a clarity even of what causes this pollution, and a further clarity on what should be the right step society and citizens should take action on. And of course, it's a complex area, as I said in at the onset of this talk. Just like a few months back, we sort of had this demonetization, but I will not stray into the topic. In fact, these are two topics: financial, e-commerce, all these digital areas, engendering more complexity in issues related to government and people. The same way, environmental, and the material, efficient use of material, these are again emerging areas, both of which I find quoted in the recent guidelines document that UN Conference on Trade and Agreement had brought about on consumer protection. So clearly, globally, these are also pretty big issues that need to be addressed. Now let me get back to environmental area here. Last year, or beginning of last year, in Delhi was in the throes of a public policy decision